What is up, my Beta Ray brothers and sisters? Beta Ray Jim here. First video on YouTube. This one's a key. You're not going to want to miss it. Welcome back, guys. Thanks for being here. It's my very first video on YouTube. I'm looking forward to bringing you some great content, so be sure to hit that like and subscribe so you don't miss out. I wanted to start with a little bit of a backstory as to how I got into collecting comic books. It all starts with my oldest brother. He collected back in the day, and it wasn't until the family took a trip down to New York for a week. And while we were there, we stopped into a massive comic book shop. And while in that shop, I said, okay, it's time. I want to start collecting books on my own, but I didn't know where to begin. There's so many great heroes, so many great books. Where do you start? Well, my brother had some great advice for me. He noticed that the shop had a sale on Secret Wars 1 through 12, and he said, pick up this set. It's got all the great Marvel heroes. You're going to find somebody you like. Go from there. And sure enough, I did, and I never stopped collecting until college. Got into college, really didn't have a whole lot of disposable income, but I still kept collecting every now and again, but it wasn't until the point where I was moving from apartment to apartment, and I was a little careless with my collection, and it ended up getting stolen. All my books were gone, and I was just crushed. I didn't have the money to start building over, and I just stopped collecting. So that was it for me. I was done collecting comic books, until a few years ago when I discovered oversized hardcover collected editions. When I saw that, well, let's take the Infinity Gauntlet Omnibus, for example. When I saw that you could not only get the 6-part Infinity Gauntlet series, but you get all the Silver Surfers leading up to it. You get the Thanos Quest 1 and 2, where he gets the gems. And you also get the Aftermath with Warlock and Doctor Strange. When I saw all of that was collected in oversized hardcover, I was absolutely sold. And not only that, another one of the very first Omnis I ever purchased was Uncanny X-Men Volume 1. Awesome book. I always wanted to read those books, but I couldn't afford those books. And here they are, all collected, oversized artwork, beautiful white pages. I'm a huge fan of the omnibus format. They're a little cumbersome to read. They're pretty heavy, not so easy to read as a comic book, but other than that, I think they're better to read than comic books in every way. I'm just a huge fan, and as you can see, I've been collecting quite heavily ever since I discovered Omnis. And that brings me to the future of the channel and the content that I want to start providing to the community. I want to start doing 2-part Beta Ray views on omnibuses. The first part will be a spoiler-free overlook of the book, describing, what's inside and the artists and what to expect and things like that. And it'll be spoiler-free. And then the second part will be a really in-depth look at the book, looking at the content and what I thought of the story and parts that I liked, parts that I didn't like, things like that. So be sure to keep an eye out for some of those videos. Another thing that I want to do, I'll be doing some live streams of gaming. I'm huge into gaming, absolutely love gaming on my PC. I also do board games, card games, things like that. Huge fan of Dungeons and Dragons and Warhammer. Would love to talk to you guys about that stuff, but we'll mostly be live streaming. Probably be doing some Magic the Gathering Arena. I know that the new Marvel Avengers game is coming out. I'm signed up for the beta, so I should be bringing some content of the new Marvel Avengers game to you. The game looks pretty good, so we'll check it out together. And be doing some things like that. So I'm really looking forward to some new content I'm going to be bringing you. And I'm also going to be doing the mandatory room tour. Everybody's doing them, so I'm going to be doing a room tour. And I've actually got a little bit of a preview here. Check it out. So, all right, yeah, keep an eye out for that room tour. I'm definitely going to be going in depth into my collection and, showing some of my favorite books and talking about some of my favorite books. So, keep an eye out for that video. And I wanted to end this with a huge shout out to this community. This YouTube community is fantastic. You guys are awesome. I wouldn't be making videos, I wouldn't be providing content if this community wasn't so incredible. So thank you to everyone out there. Thank you for being awesome. Thank you for tuning in, and I'm sure I'll see you around. Take care. Stay safe.